Hello and welcome guys, Leon Street here, and in this video I'm talking about how to close more coaching sales using this script. It's literally a 15-minute script, and in particular what I'm going to do is take you through the exact script that I use with me and my clients to close more coaching sales. So if you sell a coaching program that is priced between anything from $3 right the way up to £100,000, dollars or euros, this script is going to be really powerful for you. So in my estimation, most coaches do either one or two calls when they're speaking to a prospect who's interested in getting their help. And one of the big things that I see as a challenge for coaches when it comes to selling their coaching programs confidently is sales confidence. And, whether you feel like, you can hit the ball out of the park if you're speaking to the right prospect, or if you're not speaking to a really good prospect, it's likely that the sale's not going to happen. What I like to do is focus on, am I speaking to the right person in the first place? So the qualified prospects. And if you are, then do you have a script, or do you have the words, or do you have a process of how you take a person through to qualify them to the level where you know they're actually a good fit for you? They see that you're a good fit for them, and actually it's a mutual agreement in taking the next step, whether it's to book in the second call where you close, or whether the person buys on that first call. So if you're a coach right now and you don't find sales, either exciting or as successful as it could be, this is for you. So there is a script that you can get access to. And if you've been following me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on, basically social media this week, you'll know that we've been offering the free super qualifier script. And if you're in a position where you want to sell more of your coaching services, I've just put it on the screen right there. Just comment below this video, wherever you're seeing the video right now, with the word call, and I can send you a free copy of the script that I'm going to be talking about shortly. Now, whether you like scripts or not when it comes to selling, the one thing that I really want you to focus on is that selling is about, having a system and being consistent. So whether you're the main salesperson as the coach, or whether you have an appointment setter who actually does the initial call for you, or you actually have a salesperson on your team, whether they work part or full time, the key is to have consistency in the outcome. And the only way that you have consistency in any successful coaching business is to have systems. Now, if you've ever come across the book by Michael Gerber, The E-Myth, you'll know that in The E-Myth, he talks about having systems, right? So most of us as the business owner, we're the visionary, but then there's the manager, and then there's the technician. So when it comes to selling, you've got to be the technician, you've got to be the person who applies. But in order to create the system, the script, the process, you've also got to be the manager. So in order to scale a coaching business, you've probably seen it before. You can hire more people, you can run ads to get more marketing reach. But ultimately, the success of that business scaling, especially when it comes to sales, depends on the systems you have in the business. So if you have no script, you have no process, it's likely, that your business isn't really going to grow, because there's no coaching business that I've seen that's gone on to do 6, multi-6 or 7 figures without some types of systems when it comes to selling. So the first thing I want to get to is that scripts. You're probably going to feel one way or the other when it comes to scripts. It's kind of like Marmite, which is, if you're in the UK anyway, it's a spread that you usually put onto sandwiches, and some people love it and some people hate it. So you either love it or you hate scripts. For me, I love scripts, and I'll tell you why. They allow you to set a baseline system, a baseline foundation. And just like if you were a Hollywood actor or actress, you use the script, but depending on your own skills when it comes to, delivering that script, so your ability to communicate effectively, powerfully, tonality, pacing, all those different things, you turn the script from being just like this kind of logical robotic thing into something that's more organic and feels natural. So when you're speaking to a person, actually they really enjoy speaking to you. And for me, that's what a script is all about. It's establishing rapport, but you know that you've got the structure there for you to get the outcome of what you're looking for. So if you're a coach and you do the two-step approach, where you speak to a person first of all to make sure they're a good fit, and then if they are a good fit, they can join you on the second call, where you can, share details about your program, you present your offer, whatever your offer is. Like, this is one of the best processes I've found anyway, and especially as you grow your business, because you're going to need team members to do the appointment setting, like the first call, the qualifying, or sometimes referred to as the triage call. And then you're going to need either yourself or somebody else, salesperson, who does the closing call. Now, from my perspective, when it comes to selling, the first call in your two-step approach should really be qualifying. You see, people get this wrong, and I see this time and time again, especially when I'm speaking to clients and I'm speaking to other people who book in for strategy calls with me, is that they think the first call is just to let the person talk forever. And you might be laughing because I see a lot of coaches who do that. They want to come across friendly. They want to come across helpful. They want to come across and deliver a lot of value in that first call. But actually, if a person's joining you on that first call, two things are usually happening. One, you've either offered like a free strategy or coaching call, right? Which can then still be used with the script that I'm about to take you through. Or number two, the person simply books in for the qualifying call because they're already well researched on what it is that you do and they want to speak to you about potentially being their solution. So the script that you can get access to, I've got it up here on my iPad right now, and I call it the Super Qualifier script, right? Because it does what it says on the tin, which is to qualify. Your first step call should simply be to qualify. Are you speaking to the right person? Because if you're not speaking to the right person, there's no point in presenting your offer to them on the second call. And the reason for that is, like, why would you present your offer to somebody who's unqualified? They could be unqualified in terms of, you know, key requirements that you need. They could be unqualified in terms of budget. Maybe they don't have the money to work with you. They could be unqualified based on values, culture, just different things. Like, what's important to you to know that the person you're speaking to qualifies to get to the next stage, to be presented your offer. You see, a lot of coaches I speak to, they think that they need to present and pitch to like literally everybody who's breathing. And it's the wrong approach, guys. What we want is more of the perfect fit prospects speaking to us. And the only way we do that is by qualifying, right? And here's the thing. In order to qualify, we need to know what it is we need to ask as our qualifying questions. So on the Super Qualifier script, as I said, I've got a copy on here, which you guys can probably just about see there. There is a full worksheet. I'm just checking how many, there's probably about 20 pages in the worksheet. I say worksheet because there's a lot of information I give you around instructions on how to apply the script that I'm about to give you. So the Super Qualifier script, there are 3 key stages. You've got connect, you've got qualify, and you've got confirm, as you can just see there. Now, connect, when you speak to somebody on the first part of the call, is you're going to welcome them to the call, right? And so we're going to dive into this. Now, when you download, if you want a copy of this script, guys, remember, just comment below this video, wherever you're seeing it, just type the word call, and I'll reach out to you, or one of my team members will reach out to you and send you a free link to get a free copy of the PDF. And it comes with a 13-minute video, explainer video, kind of like what I'm doing right now, but specific on the page where you'll be able to get access to this free PDF. So the point that I want to get to is when you welcome somebody to the call, it's literally, hey, whatever their name is. So, hey, Leon, you know, I'm Leon. I've got you booked in my calendar for a quick call right now. Is that right? And that's it. And then you're going to say, my job today is really simple. Here's what we're going to do. And you just lay out the very short agenda, right? Which is really to find out more about you and whether or not I can help you. And it's literally that. Yeah. So it's very short. We don't have to like kind of tell them to tell their whole life story or anything like that. That's taking things too far, because remember, qualifying, first of all, do you want to speak to the person about your offer, about your program on the next call? What we need to do is establish rapport, get to the point that we are spending the time with the right person right now. And that's it. So once we've done the opening, the welcome, we need to move on to why now. And the why now part is a really important step, because you want to find out, why are they interested to take action right now with the goal that you can help them to achieve. So before we get started, why now? Why are you choosing to act now? Like literally, that's it. So we're moving a person to the point where, you know, it's about their goal, it's about their vision. And if you don't make it about them, they're not going to see the value in speaking to you any further throughout the rest of the call, because it's really going to come across as more you pitching. And it's important for you to come across from that place. Otherwise, you'll get the person going in the wrong direction, where they don't really want to be on the call with you and they don't feel that rapport and connection. But we got to keep it focused on them. So they're going to tell you why now, what's important to them. And then the next thing is, why me? Why are you choosing to speak to me? Why do you think I can help you? And this one, I see a lot of coaches never ask. They think that the person is speaking to them and that they've already made a clear decision as to why you. But the point that I'm getting to is, when you're speaking to a person on the phone and you're on that first call, you need to know that they're actually interested in you. They're not just shopping around, because if they're not really interested in you, or they're not really kind of indoctrinated into perhaps the content you've been putting out, the things you share, the resources, maybe, you know, they're actually cold and they don't really know who you are. And so what you really want to establish at this point is why are they choosing you? So why me? Why do you think I can help you? And this is a real powerful step. And I see a lot of coaches who shy away from this step because they feel like, well, I can't really ask that. It's a bit invasive. But you do need to know that they're actually interested. Otherwise, why continue the conversation any further, right? It isn't kind of hope and pray marketing. It should really be about, yes, we're speaking to the right people who are interested in actually speaking to us. So what I'm going to do, just give me a second. Let's see if I can just share my screen so you guys can see. Let's see if this will work. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. So we've got on screen. Okay. No, it's not showing at the moment. I'll come back to it in a second, see if I can get it to load up on from the iPad to what we're picking up here. So I'm going to move on. So once you've gone through the connect stage, so remember the 3 stages which I've got in this worksheet. If you want a copy of this worksheet, it's got the script on there and there's examples so you can walk through. And remember, there is a free walkthrough video. You're going to move to qualify. Qualify is really simple. So you're then going to move into more of the details. What do you need to know about them? So who, what, how type of thing. So you're going to say, so tell me about your business. If you're a business coach, or if you're a career coach, you might say, tell me about your career for the past year or past few years. If you're a life coach, you might say to the person, tell me about your life, or tell me about how you know the challenges you're facing with overwhelm or being unhappy, right? So whatever type of coach you are, you're going to say, so tell me about, you want to know about their current situation, right? And then you're going to move to step part 2 of 2, which is the gap. And it's a very simple question. It works across every niche with all coaches. You simply say to your prospect, where are you right now and where would you like to be? So then you know the gap with where they are and where they want to be. Yeah, and that's going to give you a lot of qualifying information about, are you speaking to the right person, and where they are and where they want to be, can you actually help them with the coaching program that you have? Because that's all about alignment, guys, right? So making sure that whatever the problem is, that you're speaking to the right prospect. And then finally, as part of the qualifying stage, you're going to move into need. And the need is, you're simply going to say, if you look at the problem that you have right now, what do you think is missing or broken? And that's it. And you're going to ask them, what are the top 2 or 3 things you want to work on? And now the person's going to tell you what they need. And again, you're going to be able to align. Does that fit with what I want to offer them? And then finally, you're going to move through qualifying. You're going to move to action. Is this something you want to do later or sooner? So now you're going to find out, are they ready to buy now or later? Maybe timing is a thing for them. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it is the right time. And then you're going to check in. And then you're going to check in with them and say, hey, so let me check that I've got this right. And you're going to go back through the answers, because you've been actively listening with what they've shared with you, in terms of here's where you'd like to, here's where you are, here's where you'd like to be, here are the challenges that you're facing, here are the top 2 or 3 things you want to work on. Is that right? Now the person knows that you're listening to them and you've actually listened. And then you're going to go to qualified. Based on the answers that they've given you, are they a fit? So then you want to move to, yes, they're a fit. If they are, you can progress them to now move on to booking in for the next call. Or if they're not a fit, you can perhaps then send them a couple of free resources and give them some ideas about what they can do. Maybe a link to a video you've got, you know, something that helps them along with their journey. And then the third part is very much, it's convert. So for the people that are a fit, you're going to move to, so the good news is I can help you in the problems that you have right now. I can help you get the outcomes you're looking for. You present your offer, so you can then say, so look, I do have a solution for what you're looking for. I can send you the details after this call. So then you don't even feel like you need to pitch anything on that call. So you can send your offer to them. And then at that point, you can also then book them in for a follow-up call, which might be a day, 2, 3 days later. And then at that point, you can check with them, you know, are we booked in? You're happy to book in the second call. And once they're booked in, guys, then you're going to move into your next script, which is your closing script. That's something for another day. But if you want to qualify more of the right people, remember, guys, just comment below this video. Me or my team will reach out to you and send you the free script that I have, the one I've just gone through very quickly. But here's the thing. If you want to close more coaching clients, you need more of the right perfect fit prospects. It's that simple. Don't try and sell to everybody. Confident selling isn't about pitching, isn't about being pushy, sleazy, or using some tactics or strategies that have no integrity. Sales is about two people walking a path of mutual agreement. You should honor them on the call with love, with respect, with integrity, and you'll end up with more of the right perfect fit clients who become your testimonials, raving fans, and you'll be able to deliver exceptional services too. So I hope that's been useful, guys. If you want to close more coaching clients, remember, just comment below this video with the word call, and I'll send you the free script and the walkthrough video. And on that note, guys, I look forward to catching you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.